Hi guys, welcome back to J Mower Fitness. In this video, I'm going to introduce my next challenge, and this is probably the hardest thing I've actually done. You know, you can run marathons, you can do half Ironmans, all those sorts of physical challenges, but in the end, they only last a matter of hours. The hard part is living a consistent life and actually losing weight, which is what this one's all about. So my goal is to lose 15 kilograms in 15 weeks. Actually 15 kilograms in 16 weeks, because today is the 1st of September. Christmas is conveniently in 16 weeks. So I want to lose 15 kilograms before Christmas. It's a pretty challenging goal, but hopefully I should be able to do it. So let me give you a bit of background. I was 104 kilograms when I did my half Ironman. That was about 3 weeks ago. After that, I spent 2 weeks on holiday, and somehow on holiday, I managed to lose about 2 kilograms, which is good. And then when I got back from holiday about a week ago, I started calorie counting, doing all the good stuff, and now I am dead on 100 kilograms. Yeah, so that's where I am right now, 100 kilograms, 1st of September, and the goal weight is 85 kilograms on Christmas Day, basically. 15 kilograms in 15 weeks. It's pretty tough. It works out to 1 kilogram a week, and I have calculated that to achieve that, I will need to cut about 1,000 calories a day off my resting rate. So it's quite difficult to do that. It's a pretty big deficit. So you've got to have a pretty strict plan in place. My plan involves using an app called MyFitnessPal to track my calories. I'm also going to hit the gym. So if you hit the gym and lift weights while you are cutting calories, hopefully your body will figure out that it actually needs the muscle. So hopefully you'll lose less muscle mass and mostly burn off fat. Well, anyway, that is the goal. So yeah, 15 kilograms in 15 weeks. Hopefully it's doable. A few people in the comments said they would be keen to join me in this as sort of like an accountability challenge. So to all the subscribers out there, if you're not subscribed, hit the button and join us in that. So basically, here's the challenge. So put down in the comments your current weight and your goal weight, and let's see if we can do it together by Christmas time. I think it's a pretty nice goal, because when it gets to Christmas time, everyone sort of gives up on things anyway. So you know how it is, you get to Christmas, have a week off, and then in the new year, you will be a fresh new person. So I feel like this is quite a good plan. So like I said, I've been on holiday for 2 weeks. I went to Madeira, and I thought that would be a time where I gained a lot of weight. But in the end, I ended up losing 2 kilograms, which is quite good. I think that's because we did quite a lot of walking, lots of hikes and stuff like that. And just because of the way the day is structured, we ended up only having 2 meals a day. We'd have quite a big breakfast, and then you just spend all day out doing things and then just have dinner. So I must have ended up shaving quite a few calories off, even though I felt like I ate quite a lot. So yeah, I'm not complaining. 2 kilograms off while on holiday, I have no complaints whatsoever. So my goal of 1 kilogram a week is pretty hefty. They say that's about the maximum amount of weight you can lose per week safely. So if your goal is less than that, then that's probably a good thing. Mine is pretty extreme. I think the way to do it is mostly to just focus on what you put into your body and doing a lot of very easy cardio. That's why I'm out here walking at the moment. Normally I'd do a run or a cycle, but those are quite intense. And to be honest, walking burns a surprising amount of calories, and it doesn't leave you fatigued or tired or anything like that. So that's why I'm out walking. It is a lovely day, taking advantage of the British summer for sure. And it's just peace and quiet. It's a perfect place to film a video like this. Oh, there's the farmer over there having some fun, I see. So in the past, I've done some major weight loss things before. I went from 120 kilograms down to 100 kilograms back in the pandemic times, and I did that mostly just by eating 1 meal a day. This time I'm taking it a bit differently. I'm actually counting calories, which is an incredibly boring process, but if you do it correctly, there's no way you can really go wrong. So in the week or so I've been counting calories, this is what I have learned. Number one, oil is ridiculously calorie dense. Just a few tips, but don't pour loads of oil when you're frying something, because that could easily add a couple of hundred on, and those are just calories that are pointless, aren't they? Also, drinks, sugary drinks have so many calories. Like those fancy coffees you get in Starbucks, those could be loads and loads. Like I was on the group ride today and I thought, you know what, I want a brownie, and that's fine, have a brownie. But I decided not to get one of those sugary coffees. I just got a normal black coffee because that has 0 calories in it. And to be honest, I would rather eat my calories and then drink them, if that makes sense. As for the evening meals, I've been eating the classic chicken, rice and broccoli. I really have no problems with just eating that every day, to be honest. You know, if you're gonna lose weight, you need to make some sacrifices, don't you? And I think it's sort of a mindset thing. Not every meal has to be delicious. At the end of the day, food is just energy, isn't it? I think sometimes you need to have something a bit bland to make you appreciate the sweet things in life. Right, let's see if I can get down this path. It looks a bit overgrown, but maybe we'll be all right. Nope, it's all right. Maybe a few nettles, but what's not to like? So comment down below what your goals are and when you'd like to achieve them by. It makes it easier if everyone's goal is by Christmas, and then we can all work together. But anyway, every week I will make sure to upload. I'll probably film this on a Saturday and upload it on a Sunday, and then I will try my best to shout out everyone who's commented. It's sort of a way just to make sure we're all on it, and hopefully that sort of group motivation will help us to achieve what we want. I think the main thing, to be honest, is just being consistent. It's really easy to get your training in done every day, make sure you do your workouts, but you know, eating a snack and having an extra slice of cake and stuff like that, I mean, it's all right occasionally, but it doesn't have to be every day. So yeah, I would much rather be 15 kilograms heavier. Wait, no, I would much rather be 15 kilograms lighter and be much fitter and, you know, healthier, feel better about myself than have that slice of cake, to be honest. But sometimes I guess you don't even realize what you're putting in your body, so it's quite hard, really. I understand. All right, I think we've reached the impasse. I am not going through this because it is all nettles and I don't fancy getting stung. So let's return back to where we came. So in Madeira, there are so many really nice hikes. The best one was PR9, I think it was. All the hiking routes have names starting in PR. I don't know what it stands for. But anyway, this one, PR9, it was beautiful, it was. You have to drive to the top of the mountain, the second highest one in Madeira, and then you hike across, what do you call it? The berms, the peaks or whatever? The ledge? I'm not sure. But anyway, you hike between the mountains towards the second highest mountain in Madeira, and it is the most beautiful place you can imagine. It is just stunning. Absolutely 10 out of 10 experience. I would definitely recommend it. We also did some other things. We went canyoning, which is where you get into harnesses and stuff and basically abseil down waterfalls. It was pretty cool, definitely quite an experience. It was really hard at first, but once you get used to it, you get some confidence and you can just like go down quite quick. We also went on a boat trip and saw a whale, which was pretty cool. Like, how lucky are we to actually see a whale in person? Like they said, it's like 50-50 whether you'll see one, but this one came right under our boat and it was awesome. So like I said, I've been hitting the gym, and to be honest, I'm actually not that weak, which I thought I would be, especially in my upper body. Like, I used to go to the gym a lot when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s rather than my late 20s, which I am now. And to be honest, it's quite surprising. Like, you build up that strength when you're younger and it just sort of stays residually in you. Like, I always knew my legs were all right, but my chest and arms, they are a lot weaker than they used to be, but actually some of it's remained. Like, I did a bench press, and I don't know what the standards are these days, but I managed to do 60 kilograms for 5 reps, and that was all right. So it's a nice place to start. I remember the first time I went to the gym when I was younger, I struggled even doing like just a bar, which is 20 kilograms. So yeah, it's a pretty solid place to start. For things like squats, I've always found them really difficult because I have a bad ankle, which I've never actually mentioned on this channel before. Basically, when I was younger, I had an accident which ruined my ankle, and now it doesn't move how it should. So I basically have very limited mobility in one of my ankles. So when I squat, my heel will always rise, no matter how much I try. So my squat has never been very good, but still I managed to do like 60 kilograms on that quite easily. And then onto my favorite lift, which is the deadlift. That one, I don't know why, I've always just found that quite easy, to be honest. Like, even without training or going to the gym at all, I can just do like 100 kilograms without even trying that hard. So yeah, I think that's from years of just walking around at such a heavy weight. Like when you're 120 kilograms, and even back then when I was that heavy, I used to go on lots of hikes and stuff like that. So if you're hauling that weight around, you sort of have to have quite strong legs, I guess. So I think that's one of the advantages of that, is that you just sort of build really strong legs. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with that consistently. I'm following a plan I found online called PPL, which stands for push-pull legs. Basically, it's 3 workouts, and the first one of the week is push, which is things like bench press. I can't remember all of them, but basically it's all the exercises where you're pushing things away from your body. And then the next day you do pull, which is the opposite, basically pulling things towards your body. And then the last one, legs, obviously, you all know what that is. So it's 3 workouts. You're supposed to do push, pull, legs, one day after each other. So you do 6 workouts a week. So what I've decided to do is change it to push, pull, legs, then just push, pull, because I do quite a lot of cardio as well. So I don't want my legs to be too dead, if that makes sense. So I figured only 1 leg day a week, and my legs are already pretty solid, so no complaints there. So far, I've stuck to that for 1 week. 5 days this week I went to the gym, went at 5 a.m. every day. I'm a morning person, and yeah, it's been good. I much prefer going to the gym in the morning because you don't have to wait around for machines. You just go in, get your stuff done, get out. It's so much quicker. Like if you go in the evening, it is absolutely packed and you just can't get anything done as efficiently. And plus, I just like waking up early. It's much nicer. The world is quiet in the morning. It's just peaceful. Oh, the farmer's coming. Let's see what he's got to say. So yeah, for these gym goals, I'm increasing the weight every week just by like a tiny amount. For most of them, it's by 2.5 kilograms each session. So last time on the bench press, I did 62.5 kilograms, 5 sets for 3 reps. No, that's the wrong way around. 5 reps for 3 sets. So because I managed to complete that, it means next workout, I need to increase it a bit, because if you're not increasing it, then there's no like stimulus and you're never gonna get stronger. So next week on the bench press, I'll do 65 kilograms. If I can do that again, complete the sets, the reps, then I'll increase it again. So basically that's how it works. Each time you reach an arbitrary number of sets and reps, and you can do it easily, basically you just move it up. Pretty simple stuff when you think about it. I mean, I don't think it's hard really to get stronger. You've just got to be consistent, which is I guess the hardest part of all of it. I mean, once you're there, I'm sure you all know this, but getting to the gym is the hard part, isn't it? But once you're there, it's easy enough, isn't it? So in terms of eating, because I've been hitting the gym, obviously I'm trying to get in a ridiculously high amount of protein. So things I found that have been very good in terms of that are obviously Greek yogurt. Low-fat Greek yogurt is ridiculously high in protein, and it was also very low in calories. So Greek yogurt, obviously chicken, same thing, lean, lots of protein. And surprisingly, eggs don't actually have that much protein. I thought they'd be much better than they are, but they're not. What else is there? Protein shakes, obviously. It's not ideal, but sometimes you've just got to whack a good old protein shake down you. So yeah, because of the gym, trying to maintain muscle mass, it's important to have a lot of protein. I'm going for at least 200 grams a day. I think if you're a bit lighter than me, you probably don't need that much, but I'm also doing a lot of gym work, so making sure I get that protein in helps with that as well. I'm just trying to, you know, eat sensibly. Lots of whole foods. I don't want to eat any processed rubbish really, because those are just so high in calories and they don't make you feel full. Even though I'm eating fewer calories than I was before, I've increased the amount of vegetables and what's the word? Wholemeal stuff, because honestly, it just fills you up, to be honest. I haven't really felt hungry at any point either. I mean, I'm in 1,000 calorie deficit. You'd think, oh, you must be hungry all the time. And to be honest, I'm not. But when you're eating like half a plate of broccoli, which only has like 150 calories, even though it's not high calorically, it is like physically quite large, so it does fill you up. I don't know how sustainable that'll be, but we will see. If in 15 weeks I haven't reached my goal, then you will know I'm full of rubbish. But if I have, then my words are clearly wise. Right, we've got to one of these huge hay bales. I've always wanted to see what was in the middle. Can you walk all the way down? Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? They say hay bales are surprisingly dangerous and you should never actually climb up them, because you can fall down the cracks here and then basically you'll be stuck there and you'll just die. It's a bit morbid, but the danger of hay bales. So that's what my gym plan is. What about cardio? Because that is what I am used to pretty much. Most of my exercise previously has been cardio, and I do enjoy it a hell of a lot more than I do weights. So basically, I'm gonna stick to mostly very easy intensity stuff, which is why I'm out on a walk at the moment. It's low intensity, doesn't leave you fatigued, and basically you can sort of do an infinite amount of it. And it burns a lot of calories. You would be surprised at how many calories you burn just by walking. So I remember when we were at school, God knows how many years ago now, they told us to set goals for the year, and they always said you have to have SMART goals. And I don't know why I remember this so specifically, but for some reason it's sunk in. And it basically means it's got to be S, which stands for specific, M, measurable, SMA, A stands for achievable, R was, what was R? I can't remember what R was. And T, which means you have to have a time goal on it. SMAR, what was R? Smart goals. I really can't remember. If anyone knows what the R stands for, then leave it in the comments. But yeah, they were like, you've got to choose a goal which matches all of these things, otherwise you're never gonna reach it and you're just gonna end up disappointing yourself. So when you're making your goals, make sure you stick to those things and hopefully it will help you in the long run. I mean, there's no point setting a goal which is so out of reach that you're never gonna achieve it, is there? And on the other hand, if you like set a goal which is, you know, achievable, but you don't set a time limit for it, then you're probably gonna dally on it for ages and just never actually get it done. All right, I'm making some good pace on this walk. 40 minutes in, 3.5K done. Gonna start heading back now. I mean, end of summer, isn't it? You can definitely feel the coldness starting to come back into the wind. I think when you have goals as well, it's important to be able to break it down into smaller chunks. So my goal is to reach 85 kilograms by Christmas, but I've broken it up into 1 kilogram every week, because trying to achieve something every week is a lot easier mentally than having one huge block of time. So I think that's something to consider as well. Like, try to break up your goal into smaller chunks, because it's just much more manageable. So that's 90% of what I want to talk about. I'm sure I'll think of something else on the way and then like edit it in. But basically, here's the summary. Every week I'm gonna do this walk. I'm going to tell you guys about how my week's gone, and then basically in the comments you guys need to say if you've stuck to your goal, if you're still on track, and hopefully that way we'll be able to stick together, keep each other accountable, and hopefully by Christmas time we will be able to achieve our goals together like a big happy family. I'm going to try and stick to making these videos every Saturday. I think it's quite a nice peaceful thing. Just go out, no matter the weather, with my camera, film myself, just have a nice chat about how the week's gone. And it gives me something to upload every week, which is always quite useful. So yeah, just one more thing. I've changed the name of the channel, obviously, so focusing more on fitness stuff rather than just pure cycling. So if there's anything you want to see, then be sure to let me know in the comments. It will help me come up with some ideas. Obviously, you know, making these videos takes quite a long time. So if I'm gonna make something and put a lot of effort into editing it and stuff, I want to make sure it's something you guys are actually interested in. I've got a really old bike, which was being sold in the village, and I managed to get that. Well, my dad bought it and I'm doing it up for him. So I'm gonna take that out. It's got the old friction shifters, so I'll make a video about how that is. I'm also gonna try and make a video about how fit I am compared to the average person, which will be quite fun, I think. Those are some of my ideas. Let me know if there's anything you want to see, and be sure to comment your goals down below. That's the main thing from this video anyway. So I will see you in the next one. Hit the like button and I will see you next week. All right, peace out. Right, I think I'm a bit lost. There used to be a bridge here, which I could use to get into the other field. I mean, it's not even a real footpath, but if I can't get to the bridge, then I have to take another, oh, here it is, covered by loads of nettles. So yeah, that ruins my plan of walking that way because I am wearing shorts and I don't really fancy getting nettled up. So I'm gonna have to go an alternate route to get home.